Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk about Logitech Aurora peripheral set, which comes in only one color, but you can do some tweaks and change the color, at least for the keyboard. Now, when we're talking about the peripheral set, they all come individually, but they're all named under one, let's say, not sub-brand, but certain peripheral name, which is Aurora. Now, here we have the G715 wireless mechanical keyboard. We have a mouse G705 and we have the G735 headset. Now you also have a variety of peripherals because you have a wired version, and I'm not sure if you have varieties of the mouse and the headset, but you can check all that out on their official website. Now it's a specific kind of peripheral set because Logitech is actually aiming for something called gaming for everyone, which gives this, I would say, peripheral set somewhat orientation towards female gamers. Now, we have to open all of these and to check them out because they're completely different from all the Logitech peripherals that we did and test so far. So let's start with the keyboard. Now, right when you open the box, you can see here all the connectivity possibilities. So you have a possibility to connect it with USB receiver, dongle, whatever, to your PC or via Bluetooth. And also there are two varieties like accessories for this G715 and for the wired version. So you can actually buy, I think these are yellowish and pink keycaps and some sort of a mask for the keyboard, but we'll get to that part later on. So let's check out the keyboard first. It's completely white. You have a PBT double shot keycaps, which are durable, and the additional keycap set is also PBT, so that's really cool, solid, durable, that's great. You have, I would say, pinkish multifunctional buttons and the volume knob here at the top, volume wheel, which is also rubberized, so it gives you additional grip while using it, and that's really cool. Let's see what we got here additionally. Was this? Now this is okay, something soft. Let's okay, so this peripheral set is definitely aimed for female gamers, as already stated. It's not that guys don't like clouds and stuff like that, but it does have a certain, I would say, approach to the peripheral set. In this box, we should have a charging cable, USB Type-C, and exactly, an extender. And where's the dongle? I think it should be, yeah, here it is. So G715 dongle is located right here at the bottom of the keyboard. And since we're right here, you have 6 rubber feet to keep the keyboard steady and a possibility to raise the keyboard with additional feet with 4 and 8 degrees. Taking a look at the bottom, you're using, of course, the Lightspeed connectivity for your USB dongle, and you have some sort of a, I would say it's not an LED strip around the keyboard, but it does light up. USB Type-C cable for charging and an extender if your computer is most likely a bit further away to give you better connectivity, even though with Lightspeed I honestly never had an issue. So what did I state about the keyboard? You have a possibility to remove this plastic cover, and as you can see, it has a variety of these plastic covers, so you do have to be careful if you decide to order them, because the wired version has only caps lock here indication light, and the wireless version has a caps lock and the battery indication light. So this is how you can realize what's the difference between those plastic covers, and it's really easy to remove it. It's magnetically attached, and that's that. I mean, the naked keyboard without the plastic cover actually is missing a Logitech logo, indication light, legend that says caps lock and battery, and you have additional holes. So without the plastic cover, basically the keyboard is naked. When we're talking about some multifunctional keys, so you have a possibility to turn on the gaming mode, adjust the brightness of the lights at the backlight of the keyboard, and you have multimedia buttons, 4 of them, which include the mute button and of course the volume knob that gives you an indication to adjust everything. When we're talking about the RGB, of course, there are lighter colors. When we're talking about all the segment and all the approach to this peripheral set, pink and blue start to shine up, light blue, I would say, and some turquoise green or something like that. And As you can see at the bottom, it also does the same thing. Right here we have GX Red Linear, but when you remove the keycap, you get the actual name of the switches. So these are Longhue Red switches, linear, so yeah, that's that. You don't get a keycap remover or anything similar to that because the switches, well, the keycaps are above the keyboard body, so you can actually remove them quite easily with your hand. Now, as already stated, the keyboard is quite basic in terms of design. It's a TKL version. It has a circled edge, so it's not sharp like on G413 Carbon or something like that. So it kind of does fit nicely into some sort of a gaming setup. This cloud right here is actually quite soft, and I do have to admit it's quite nice to have it in front of the keyboard, because when you're typing, it's really nicer to actually put your hands on something softer than the actual table. It could be in different shapes for guys, but it's okay. I mean, if they're aiming for certain audience, then okay, that's that. Now let's hear the keycaps. I mean, the microphone is right here, so we can actually hear not the keycaps, but the mechanical switches and Longhue red ones. So let's go. I would say quite alright. I mean, linear switches is linear switches. We did test, I think, Longhue red switches before, because on past keyboards they already switched to these ones and titled them GX Red Linear or GX, I don't know if they have a couple of varieties of switches, I can't remember exactly. But all in all, the keyboard is quite alright. The wired version is 180 dollars and the wireless version is 220. So basically you're paying some premium price for a product that's okay. The quality, we can't deny Logitech's quality, but you're paying premium price for a specific and dedicated peripheral set for a certain type of audience. So yeah, there's that. But in terms of everything, it's quite cool. When we're talking about the plastic cover, they could have added, for instance, more varieties of colors, because then others might find some suitable color, red, blue, black, I don't know, any other, which would fit their setup, right? So yeah, there's that. Type-C cable, extender, and USB dongle, Bluetooth connectivity, gaming mode, everything's here, quite nice and quite easy to type, especially with this, that actually gives quite nice comfort, I have to admit that. Now off to the next peripheral, and here we have a gaming mouse, which is Logitech G705. Now, one thing that I'm quite certain about this mouse is what I won't like, is that the mouse is quite small for my hand personally, and you could be using it as a claw grip, because the bigger part of your palm will be sticking out. Of course, you have a possibility to use Lightspeed. You get USB Type-C cable as an connectivity to charge your battery on your mouse, and you have a possibility to connect it via Bluetooth, so there's an option for that as well. As already stated, the mouse is quite small. It kind of reminds me of MX Anywhere in terms of the size. Since we're talking about the size, we have the length up to, I think it's 105 millimeters. So that's 10.5 centimeters of length, and this is how much palm you'll have outside of the mouse. So definitely palm grip. If you have a smaller hands, then you could maybe go with the palm. I don't know, I'm not quite sure. When we're talking about the design, it's a specific design that definitely goes into the whole team of Aurora Logitech peripheral set. And let's turn it on. When we're talking about the RGB, it has only this side at the back. You have additional button here beneath the scroll wheel to adjust the DPI settings, left and right click, which do sound quite alright. And let's see, the left and right click buttons are actually not fixated that much, so when you're typing they tend to get a bit closer, but here you can actually see that you could stretch them out and get some sort of, I don't know, wobble or something. The side buttons actually have two side buttons that are actually quite clicky. And that's really strange because usually you get them a bit dampened down compared to the left and right click, but that's okay. And let's see, the DPI switch stage, actually when you change the DPI settings, you change the color. There's an indication light as well, but I think in Logitech G Hub you can adjust everything. Logitech gaming software, you can adjust everything. At the bottom you have three skates. One is around the optical sensor and two large ones, one at the top and one at the bottom. You have possibility to switch through Bluetooth and turn it on or off. So yeah, basically that's that. There's nothing more to say. I forgot to mention the rubberized scroll wheel that gives you additional grip, but that's all there is to it. USB Type-C connectivity for charging, Lightspeed dongle with indication that if you have, for instance, three peripheral sets, well, three peripherals, keyboard, mouse, and the headset, you have an indication on it which USB dongle is for what, so you don't mistake them or, I don't know, remove something from your computer that isn't intended to. So yeah, there's that. Much smaller mouse, which is definitely for people with smaller hands. And finally, we have the headset. Now the headset, taking into consideration all the cloud aesthetics, I would call them a cloud more than Aurora because they really do look like they're mostly shaped like cloud. You can change the ear cups into the same color scheme, so somewhat light green, pink. It's not, it wasn't yellow over there, but the headset look quite nice, I would say, and the feel is as any Logitech headset, really cool. These ear cups are the softest ear cups I have ever had in my hands, and they are really, really soft, filled with memory foam that I'm fascinated actually. You can extend the ear cups as usual and get adjustment for your head. When you place them back, they stick to that point, so there's that. And let's check out the connection part. We have USB dongle, we have cable for charging. So let's check out the details. The headsets are full white as all the other peripherals. You have leatherette headband with bottom part that has a slight memory foam, so that's good, gives more comfort when placed on your head. As already stated, you can adjust the length, which has a steel pole going through the headset, and check this, they're really flexible. You can really do whatever you wish with them, and that's really cool because they won't break that easily. When we're talking about the functions on the headset, they have loads of stuff. So first of all, you have a connection for a microphone, so microphone is detachable. You have USB Type-C for charging. You have 3.5mm jack, mute microphone volume knob, and you have a power on and off button. Then on the right side, you have a Bluetooth button, and I think this is some sort of a volume mixer, which gives you possibility to adjust the volume in-game and your chat mix to adjust the volume when you're talking to somebody. So let's turn them on. You get an indication sound and the RGB. Without the RGB, the battery can last up to 56 hours plus, even more. With the RGB, can go up to 16 hours. So there's that. I mean, RGB really does take out loads of battery, so you need to take that into consideration. Some specifications: 273 grams, drivers are 40 millimeters. It's compatible with Dolby Atmos and Windows Sonic Spatial Sound. Cardioid unidirectional microphone, which is detachable. Wireless technology goes up to 20 meters of distance with Lightspeed USB receiver, or even Bluetooth, which is strange. Usually Bluetooth goes up to 10 meters. The RGB really does look quite cool. I mean, it goes with the whole team with the, let's say, cloud peripherals, and suits quite nicely. Quality, we don't have to talk about that. After all, it is Logitech, and I can't deny everything that passed through my hands over the last couple of years when we're talking about Logitech peripherals. And I'm quite satisfied when it comes to that. This is actually a peripheral set that is definitely aimed for a certain public, certain audience, and we can all realize that right out of the box. Nothing to say against that, of course. Just aiming for certain audience is something that will definitely shorten the list of buying possibilities and basically selling possibilities for Logitech, but that's up to them. I'm not going to go into that sphere. So yeah, quality, no doubt. Prices a bit higher than usual. We could go with different peripherals from Logitech in that or even lower price category, but that's that. Here we had G735 Logitech gaming headset, we had the G705 Logitech gaming mouse, and finally G715 wireless gaming keyboard, TKL version, and everything else. So there's that. You can check out the links below in the description. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button. Hopefully I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.